On the live line with us this morning is Dr. Stephen Weiniger with Fox News Radio. And there's a new medical term out there called tech neck. And Doc, it has to do with those devices our kids are using and using and using. They're very helpful, but how serious a problem? And explain exactly what this is.
Well, the problem is what you said, that people are spending more and more time in front of phones, and we all are as a society, and that's one level of problem. Someone that's our age might spend an hour or two with their phone, but Baylor University just did a survey, and they found that the college students, for the men, they were spending 8 hours a day on the phone. The females, they were spending 10 hours a day on the phone. And that's a big chunk of your life that you're spending with your head folded forward and your shoulders rolled in. It's literally training your body to be old far before your time.
Yeah, and I know this isn't the point of the conversation. What the heck are they doing for 10 hours? Right. But back to the physical part of it. I mean, is this something that we need to talk to our kids, particularly teenagers, and say, hey, look, you got to take a break? Or is there something else that they should do? I mean, is there more exercise? Because you see it everywhere. I mean, you see these kids in this hunched over position, and it's kind of unsettling sometimes because they're just lost in that little screen.
It is unsettling, and besides changing a lot of who they are, because there's been a bunch of studies that say when people spend more time on devices, they're less able to interact with people. They can't read people emotionally as well. You can't tell someone's mood from their face. When their expression says something, kids that spend a lot of time on phones don't pick up these things that people learn from interacting with other people. In terms of doing something about it, telling your kids stop using your phone is probably not going to be a really popular winning battle. Once upon a time, if your mother told you to do something when you were a teenager, I don't know about you, but I didn't listen that well all the time.
Put down your Mad magazine and go rake the lawn. So what kind of medical issues are you seeing, like pinched nerves, pulled muscles, what sort of thing?
We're seeing neck pain going up dramatically in teenagers, a lot more problems with middle schools and high schools complaining of pain from smartphones, things like headache, neck pain, things that you may not think about, jaw problems sometimes, a lot of pinched nerves, shoulder, and arm issues. And in terms of addressing it, you need to talk to the kids about it, but you need to make the kids understand there's a problem. And the best way to do that we have found is by having people taking a photograph of the kids two ways. One, candidly, when they don't know it, and show them this is what you look like when you're on the phone, so the kid can see it and make the allegory of you look like an old person, because the kid doesn't care about his health. If the kid cares about how he looks, and if you tell a young girl or young boy that they look like an old person, that's scary.
No kidding.
And the second part is taking a picture not just when they're not aware of it, but taking a standardized benchmark posture picture when they against a grid or against a standard background, what CPAPs or other posture professionals do, to see what the posture looks like and track it as part of the annual examination.
Doc, is there a more traumatic effect with kids at a younger age to what you were talking about, maybe than kids in college? I mean, high school and middle school, are you seeing it earlier?
It is starting now in middle schools, but if you think about it, smartphones have not been big except for the past 5-6 years in the general population.
Right.
So we're basically on a brand new turf right now. So every problem that the middle schoolers are having right now is expected to keep on getting worse over the next 10 years, because we have not yet run through a full generation that a baby was born in 2007 when the iPhone came out. And from the time that the kid was born, the parents were using phones the way that you and I are using them today. So this is a beginning problem that we haven't seen nearly the end of, much less fully the middle of. It's going to keep on getting worse, and that's why I'm making people aware of it. And you mentioned what you can do, what you can exercise. We teach people to do postural exercises to stretch your body and strengthen it opposite the fold of text-neck posture.
Dr. Stephen Weiniger, chiropractor and spokesperson for Fox News Radio. A pleasure this morning. Thanks, Doc.
Good to be here. Thank you.
I'm going to try some of those stretches during our daily meeting today.